unless teams are so afraid of another team coming in and one-upping them. But Scott Boras is going to go to the other team and say, listen, the Mets gave us this. What are you going to do? So they're going to know the number. The teams that are involved know the numbers and the years that other teams are offering. So to not have anything rumored, I think there's a little bit of a promise between the teams that are involved and Scott Boras saying, hey, if you want us to mess around with your other clients, don't leak these numbers or these years. It seems like there's like a little bit of a, handshake deal of not leaking anything, because that's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, well, what is the advantage of that, really, though? Because they know the market, right? They know that it's only going to be coming down to 3, maybe, right? 4 teams, maybe. And I only say 3 teams because that's what I've been thinking all along. So, like, I don't understand that, first and foremost. And, like, we have heard reports saying that, at least the Mets and the Red Sox have $600+ million deals out for Juan Soto. The Yankees might, I don't know for sure. Nobody knows for sure, but they might not be willing to go up to $600 million for Juan Soto. Again, I honestly don't think not hearing any solidified dollar value is any significance in the pursuit of Juan Soto, right? I don't think that there's any significance in that at all. And quite frankly, like, outside of the whole Blue Jays debacle regarding Shohei Ohtani, where JP Morosi just honestly just jumped the gun and was just incredibly wrong and had to apologize about his report of Ohtani hopping on a plane to go to Toronto and meet with the Blue Jays front office. I don't think we heard any reports solidified in terms of the numbers before we had the $700 million figure. So, you know what? I mean, the Juan Soto sweepstakes, they are what they are. We know that there's a range. I'm going to be very blunt with you all, and I'm going to be very clear. I understand that there was a preconceived notion or a precedent that Juan Soto could break the $700 million figure that Shohei Ohtani set. I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening at all. And I don't think the offers in their early stages are nearly enough to progress into the later stages of getting up to $701 million, right? I've said all along, right, we can see a deal between 650 to 675. Anything north of that is quite simply unrealistic in the way that I'm thinking for Juan Soto, whether it's 13 or $14 million or 13 or 14 years, excuse me. So again, that's my line of thinking, but I know a lot of other fans are like enamored with, Juan Soto's going to break, Shohei Ohtani's overall contract value. They're going to give him $701 million. That could be true. It could be true, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is, because I think that if a team was willing to do that he would have already signed the dotted line already. It would have already been reported. He would have already signed as of December 3rd at, 6:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He would have already done it. But the simple fact of the matter is that he's not getting any contract offer from any team in this league that surpasses $700 million. And you know what? If I'm wrong, I'll eat crow. I'll come on to my channel and say that I was wrong publicly, because this is such a huge topic, but I don't think it's true. I don't think that he's getting more than that. Again, 650, 675, perhaps even 680 is fine for Juan Soto. That's fine. It's realistic. He's not getting 700 plus. So again, I do think that the Mets and the Red Sox offers, they're kind of, in a way, battling it out. They are going back and forth with one another. Perhaps Boras is probably trying to, in the likeliest of scenarios, or the likeliest of my mind scenarios, is that, Boras is trying to swindle the Red Sox in terms of negotiating even more so they get the last pretty penny out of Steve Cohen. But guess what? Steve Cohen is going to be the highest bidder. That's not my worry, Rob. That's not my worry. And Mets fans, that shouldn't be your worry. The only worry that we should have in terms of the Juan Soto sweepstakes is if he actually wants to stay in New York and be a part of the Yankee or the Mets organization. He's not going to be a Yankee. He doesn't want to be a Yankee. I don't think he wants to be a Yankee. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that, a very early limb to say that. I do think, as I've always thought, it's between the Mets and the Red Sox. And Steve Cohen is just simply not going to be outbid, Rob. He's not. So if he goes to the Red Sox, it's more situational. Perhaps it's a relationship that he has with David Ortiz. That's the only way he's going to go to the Red Sox. If it's about money, Mets fans, he'll be in Queens. That's it.
The only way I think it gets to $700 million if Juan Soto has pen to paper with the Boston Red Sox and Steve Cohen comes in last minute on his, on his white yacht and just rolls in and says, "I'll give you $700 million. Done deal."
We need to make a little GIF or like a little video of Steve Cohen on his little.
We're like bags of money like this at the front of the yacht with his little captain hat.
Thank you for watching the True Mets Talk podcast. Make sure you're tapping on that notifications button and checking out all the latest content on the channel. Thank you.